Hello, guys. Welcome to Ashley Lancelot Show. This is going to be a topic about the moving arrangement that we're going to have next year and why we are moving. If you like the video, please subscribe and notification bell for more of our videos. And if you like more of these, those little chit chat and vlogs and opinion based, please let me know down in the comments below and put a thumbs up as well. Why are we moving? Because everything right now is getting too expensive. If you guys have been with me for a while now, know that I'm a disabled veteran. We are living off of my disability money from the VA, and I'm gonna get my SSI soon, hopefully. It's just that around California and other cities, it's a lot harder to actually survive in an apartment and everything else as well. It's a lot harder for me to try to get a house, especially the amount of money you need to buy a house as well. There are two locations that we're pretty much going to be moving to. It would be Oregon or Colorado. There might be other places as well. So far we don't know yet where as well, but I am going to be taking a year off after next year in July from school due to I need to get several of my mental health and physical shape back where it used to be. Right now it's declining, and I need to get more therapy than I usually should have gotten, but I couldn't due to I had to make enough money for my GI Bill, and I have one more year of GI Bill left after June of next year. So I have to find a place that would be sustainable for a certain amount of money that I'm getting from the VA. So that's why Oregon is, I think, be a better bet for me. Colorado maybe, because Colorado is also very expensive as well. So I can get like a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house for about $1,000 in Oregon, even though it's about 2-3 hours drive from like the big city like Portland. But I really don't care about being in the big city because we won't be getting a job. My wife and my mom is going to work part-time to full-time job when we get to the States. Probably 1 to 2 break, save enough money. If you guys can, check out the Patreon page. You know, don't put $1 in to see a lot of our videos earlier, because I'll be cutting out a lot of the crates and a lot of the other stuff as well. If you guys do support me through Patreon, we can actually sustain hopefully enough for a few crates a month, because a lot of my views are on crates and everything else as well. But we're going to be doing my YouTube thing full year, knowing that you have to worry about gameplays, talks. You might have to add in other forms of videos, thinking about more towards news, opinion based. I want to do more reaction videos, and I want to do more of a one-on-one talking to you guys through Skype, interview, and so on. A lot has gone through this year. I'll be talking a lot about job bases and everything as well. Yeah, so if you guys want to know like where you guys are in the United States, in which state, how much does your apartment and stuff cost, who knows, I might be moving down there instead. So far right now, you know, everyone should, you know, it's hard to people to understand or fathom is for rent to be sustainable for your daily lives. It should be about 1/4 to 1/3 of your income, because you want to have the other 1/4 or 1/3 of it to go to your bills, and the last 2/4 to 1/3 should be your savings, sustainability with food, going out. Because you want to be barricaded at home all day, even though I'm like to be very isolated. Don't like going outside. Having a hard time and anxiety with a lot of people around. It's very hard to deal with a lot of things in my state of mental capacity right now. Didn't have this problem when I was in the military, just when I got out, with a lot of medical problems and got into a lot of medication. it's very difficult for me to get through to a lot of things as well. But yeah, this is one of those things, it's one of those things. It's very hard to sustain yourself as a veteran. I talked to a lot of veterans on the VA, and before the HUVASH or Section 8, usually veterans get, if they don't have make income that they need to survive, they get the government help to pay the studying a half of the month, half to 3/3 of the month. The problem with this me is that different states is different how they do it. In California is very ridiculous because you need at least about what, 6 to 8 grand just to survive in California alone. And the requirement is very, very minimum. And also a lot of people are leaving California as well due to jobs and high rent costs and housing costs as well. Because house here to get like at least like a good 1-bedroom house or a 1-bedroom condo, it's over 400,000 to 600,000, and I cannot get a VA loan that big. The VA loan I can get the biggest of probably 300 to 400,000, and Oregon get a decent amount. If you're thinking about moving to Arizona and so on, it's just that Arizona is getting a lot more pricier now due to inflation, and there aren't any jobs in Arizona right now as well. And I was planning to stay here a lot longer and move back out in the Bay Area, but I got screwed over with my stepdad when he finally got a job here in Hayward in the Bay Area, and he just basically didn't want to do it, so he stayed in LA. So I was like, you know what, fuck it. There's nothing that I can do about it. It's like, I need to take care of myself, my wife. My mom can go back to LA with her husband, or she can come back with us and continue your education and everything else. But we're gonna have a year break because you have that 1-year residency, so that you don't have to pay the out of state college money for it as well. So yeah, it's been a very mind-boggling for a few weeks, and I have like 2 more weeks of summer school left for Chabot College. Then I'm going to be starting. They will all 3 of us be starting fall season in Chabot in August 16th. So it should be very interesting. This is the first time for my mom to go back to school as well. Let me know if I should do a GoFundMe page with help with the move and everything as well. I'm very hesitant using it. I used it for my mom for her surgery and everything else. It helped out tremendously a lot for her. But I'm also very scared to it out just for my move and everything else as well. But yeah, let me know in the comments below. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell for more of our videos, and also check out our Patreon page down in the description down below. I am going to within those 2 weeks of break, I am actually going to how to do more of a thumbnail with Photoshop and more video editing. Yeah, so please stay tuned, and yeah, thank you guys for watching.